Qigong is a Chinese, very, very old, very ancient Chinese mind-body practice. In fact, it's two concepts put together, Qi and Gong. Now, a lot of people have heard about Qi. They're familiar that this is the Chinese word for life force or energy. And Gong means the skillful cultivation of. So when you put them together, Qi, Gong, what we're learning and what we're doing is developing skill and cultivation of life force. And what I teach and what I practice is how to do this for healing, for self-improvement. There are a lot of hospitals and clinics that practice integrative medicine in the country that teach Qigong, such as the Mayo Clinic, because of what it does to help relieve stress from the body. And anytime you can relieve stress, that just enables the immune system and improves the healing process. And so it's a very simple practice of calming the body, calming the mind, and calming the breath, working all three together for healing. That I demonstrate are some things that will help in the sleep. Going to sleep at night, falling asleep at night, especially if you deal with any kind of insomnia. And what I'll demonstrate are just a few simple exercises that you would want to do just before going to sleep. So if you have a nightly routine, whatever it is, reading or brushing your teeth, you want to take care of all of that first. When you're ready to lay down and conk out, this is what you want to do. We're going to start simply by doing what we call purge. We want to release any kind of tension or deep-seated negative emotions from the body, from the tissues. And we're going to do it with an exercise called Old Man. Old Man is probably the most prescribed exercise in a clinic like mine or a medical Qigong hospital like what they have used to have in China. We're going to make some sounds, because when you can create resonant vibration in the body with sound, it's a very powerful disruptor of breaking up stagnation and relaxing the tissues. So the three sounds we're going to make are shh, just like you're telling someone to be quiet. Shh. Shh. The second sound is ha, like H-U of hug, but just ha. And the third sound we'll make is oh, just like what Santa Claus says when he comes down the chimney. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Shh, ha, oh. Now, along with these sounds, we're going to do some movement. We're going to combine it all together. Let's begin by standing with our feet shoulder-width apart. So if your shoulders suddenly just fell to the floor, they would land right between the feet. And we want the toes and the knees pointing the same direction, forward. We're just going to sit, sink into this space here with knees bent in a relaxed posture. We're going to inhale. Now we're going to engage the imaginative mind, because this is a powerful way of cultivating or interacting with Qi, is using our mind, our consciousness. So when you inhale, I want you to imagine that you're pulling divine white light straight directly from the heavens, divine white light into the lungs. Just like that. And we're going to raise the arms, keeping the shoulders relaxed as we do it. Okay, we get to that point. Inhale divine white light, fill up the lungs. And then what we're going to do, we're going to bend at the waist, and we're going to let the head hang, the neck is going to relax, and the arms are going to crisscross back and forth like this as we make that shh sound. So, together, inhale, bend at the waist, relax the neck, and go shh. Okay, we're just going to go until we're out of breath. And what are we doing there? I found that if I explain this a little bit, it helps people remember and kind of connect with more meaning and more purpose to the movement. When you make the shh sound, I just want you to imagine that you're clearing away the lungs, emotions of grief and sadness. And it's going to come out the channels of the arms. Like you're shaking out two hoses. You're just clearing out the hose, shaking it out with that motion. Okay, now this is an exercise that I'm going to tell you. You can find this on YouTube. They'll guide you through this, but not any one of them will explain the deeper meanings behind this. And I like to understand what makes the movement so special. How is this guiding, leading the chi? So that's why I'm sharing it. We're going deep on our first interaction here. Inhale up. Fill the lungs with divine light. Bend at the waist. Then, keeping shoulders relaxed, we're going to bring the arms up. You're going to make soft fists as if holding two sparrows. And as you slowly lower, we're going to make that second sound. And then, when we get here to the base of the rib cage, that's when we're going to draw the arms back, make it along the side, making the third sound. Good. Now let's repeat that last part. Inhale up. And again, the third time. All right. Those are all the sounds with all the movements. Let's combine it all together.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it a ha?
A descending tone?
Yeah, is it a descending tone?
We can do that, but for different purposes, we're going to just keep an even tone.
So just an even tone.
So, ha, ho, just like that.
And if I'm in a class with you, would I match your...
That's a good question. If you play around with this, you're going to find a pitch that's a target pitch that you're going to feel more resonance with. So if you place your hand over your heart right here, the ha sound helps the heart to release, to open, and to calm. So you can start with a range. Ha. Somewhere along that range, you're going to find a stronger vibration. Right there. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it with you.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, let's inhale up. Bend over. Just until you're out of breath. Relax the shoulders. That is one set. One time we're going shh, and 3 ha-hos, ha-hos. So let's just do one more set, and then we're going to go on. I'm going to show you what you can do, an exercise regarding your kidneys.
And how many sets do you do usually?
So when this is prescribed, it is very powerful and effective if you could do this for 15 to 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, this is something that is prescribed in the Qigong hospitals in China. This is an exercise that's prescribed to some pretty severe cases like cancer. This is very good at just opening up the energetic functions of the organs and allowing the chi to flow. So, one more set. Inhale, pulling divine white light into the lungs. Bend over and go shh. Rise up. Last time. Okay, good. Let me tell you, that is a fantastic exercise. It's very powerful. And if you practice this, or just do this tonight or tomorrow night before going to sleep, what you'll find is you'll be a lot more calm, a lot more settled, a lot more detached from the stressors of the day. What we say in purging, when doing purging Qigong exercises, purge the day away. Everything that was stressful and negative, I am now removing from myself, from my body, from my breath, from my mind. And good stuff.
Okay.
We're going to do an exercise that's going to help balance the kidneys, because the sleep is rooted in the kidneys. So if we can have a healthy, balanced kidneys, that's going to improve the quality of our sleep. So what I want you to do first is we're going to imagine that we're drawing heat away from this area of the body, and we're going to do it by clapping the hands and rubbing. As you're rubbing, you're drawing heat away from the center of the heart into the palms of the hands. Rub, 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 rub. Imagine and envision heat coming out, especially excess heat, down the arms into the palms. Now, as you're rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, you're going to create, and you're generating that heat. You can feel it. You can feel it right there in your hands. You're going to take that heat, and you're going to bring it and apply it right into the kidneys. Now, when you do this, every time you inhale, you're absorbing this energy into the kidneys. Just right here at the base of the rib cage, on the sides of the spine. Now, what I want you to do, circle the kidneys. We're going to go about 24 times circling in. Like it's down the spine. Circle, circle, circle. Okay, now start circling the opposite direction. Now we're circling up the spine and away. All right, now just relax. Now the next thing that we want to do, as you're doing this, and it's at night, you may notice that you're starting to get a little sleepy. If you start getting a little sleepy, lay down and go to sleep. If you still are relatively conscious, here's the last step of this protocol. You're going to sit on the edge of your bed or your chair. You're going to bring your foot up. And there's a point at the bottom of the foot, which is right, there's the ball of the foot, and then there's the arch. It's right on the crest. Right on the crest, right there. And you're just going to put your fingers on, and you're just going to stimulate that point. And you're going to stimulate it in a clockwise direction. And the way this is described in the book, and the way that I was trained in my training, you want to do this 100 times. But you're going to bring your mind to this, your awareness of drawing the energy down that we just pulled away from the heart, put into the kidneys, and now we're going to direct it down to the bottom of the feet.
And which finger do you use? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter which finger you use.
And are we going in a clockwise?
We're just going in a clockwise direction about 100 times. As you're circling, circling, circling. Let's say we got there, we got to 100. Now go in the counterclockwise direction. 100 times. Placing your attention on pulling the energy down to the feet. Okay, we did one leg. Let's switch to the other one. You can probably feel the difference. You feel the difference between the one foot that you just worked and this other one? Okay, find that same point, the bottom of the foot, about right there. Clockwise direction to circle it, stimulate it. called the kidney 1 point. Let's say we got there 100 times. Now go reverse, counterclockwise. All the while pulling and drawing the energy down. All right, let's say we did 100. Guess what we do now? We lay back in bed and go to sleep. Feel relaxed?
Yeah. I do. And that feels awesome.
That is how you bring your kidneys into balance that support your sleep. You can sleep a lot better. Again, this is what's prescribed for people who deal with insomnia. What it does to help calm the energy that's in the mind. You know, sometimes we get the monkey brain, and it's hard to turn it off. You can do that purging. You can draw heat away from the heart and the palms, direct into the kidneys, and then down into the feet.
So would you do, if you're saying your evening prayers, for instance, would you do that before you do this? This is literally everything, brushing the teeth, the bed's turned down.
Get your entire nightly routine done with. Brush your teeth, say your prayers. This is what you're doing, that as you're calming, you're getting sleepier and sleepier. You just want to roll into bed and go to sleep. All right.
All right. Well, thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Have a what kind of a day should we wish them to have? A peaceful day.
A blessed, balanced, flowing day.
A blessed, balanced, flowing day. See you later.